Hello, hi, hello, everybody. It's Raeeka Yapmai from Dating with Confidence. Welcome to another episode and lesson on Dating Tip Tuesdays with me. So I hope you all are having a wonderful evening. Hello to those of you who are on Instagram, who are on Facebook, my Facebook page, Dating with Confidence. And those of you who are in my private group, Dating Tips for Savvy Single Ladies. If you are coming on, make sure you say hi. I love knowing who is here and who am I connecting with and speaking with. I love knowing more about you. The more you communicate with me, the more you tell me what you are looking for, the more I can help you. And it's really, in this situation, I strongly recommend that you don't do the wallflower action, because when you do that, hello, Hardcore Fitnadia, hello. It's really gonna behoove you. It's gonna benefit you when I know what it is that you want to know about in your love life. I know that I posted, oh, I forgot to say hello to those of you who are watching this on your email. So hello to those of you too. All right, so I am still in Los Angeles enjoying being with my family. And it's a little cold today, but nevertheless, still a beautiful spring day. And it's springtime, and it's, you know, pretty soon summer is going to be around, and before we know it, half the year is gone. And many of you have really made a decision to find love this year in 2019. But what is really holding you back, and this is what I'm talking about today, is how to stop making the same dating mistakes over and over and over, especially those of you who have bad experience with your ex in the past. You've been cheated on, you've been left, you've been ghosted. All of a sudden, he's just not there anymore. And it's very confusing, you know, and not to mention, it really breaks your heart and it shatters your confidence. So today, I really want to talk to those of you, especially those who put in the dating tip group. I asked you a question: have you been hurt before? And does that affect you? Has that affected your love life? And has that affected your way of communicating with men? And you said yes. Well, first of all, the most important thing for you to know is that you are not alone. You are not alone in this dance of dating and this act of finding love. When you feel heartbreak, or you get to know men who are not as intentional about dating, and that you feel, you know, you've been wronged. What happens most of the time, and you can tell me if this makes sense to you, is that you go out dating after you have broken up, right? You've kind of gotten yourself together. I call it like you pull up your big girl pants on and you go to the date. You go on a date and you're sitting across the table from this guy. And what most smart women think that it's smart to do, but it's absolutely not smart to do, is, and I want you to write this down because this is really important for you to know, and then do it over and over so you don't repeat the same mistakes. What you want to do what you do is you sit there across this table from this guy, and then what you're doing is that you're comparing him to your ex, and you are making sure that you don't attract yet another guy that is not the right guy for you, right? So what does that cause you to do? When we go with this kind of protective behavior, because mistakenly we've learned that that's the right thing to do, that's the smart thing to do, we go out there and we assume that the guy that's sitting in front of us can be our ex, might be our ex, I mean, meaning same quality, same characteristics, and we go in with what I call the proverbial imaginary boxing gloves. And we're bobbing and, weaving and bobbing and all that, and we're making sure that we don't fall in the trap that we fell before, that we don't get ghosted, that we don't get cheated on, that we don't get left. But this is what you really need to understand, and this is where it gets really tricky in dating. What you are really doing when you go in with this protective behavior, with this protective mindset, because you think, well, you crossed me once, shame on you. You crossed me twice, shame on me, right? When you do that, all you're doing is that you're coming across the man that you're on a date with, or the men that you are dating, as someone who is closed off, who is unavailable, who is aloof and mysterious, and maybe not even ready for dating or not interested. But then what happens after that is that you start blaming men for not pursuing you, not coming after you, not asking you out again, not getting asked on a second date. And you think, then you build this evidence, a stack of evidence on top of each other, that this man yet is another man, just like the old ones, who doesn't, know how to date, who doesn't want to date. He's playing a game. He doesn't want to be with a woman. Men want one thing and one thing only, and all the limiting thoughts, limiting beliefs that you have about dating gets reinforced once again. So you stay stuck in this cycle of meeting men that either are not available, because just like you, they're not available. So guess what? When they're not available, they're totally wanting to go out with you because you're not showing signs of availability, right? Or what you do is that you are pushing away a guy that is not interested. Hi, Jill, who is not interested in being with a woman who's not serious about her love life, who's not intentional. Because even though you are so intentional inside, you're wanting and longing to be in a relationship with a good man, because of your limiting beliefs, because of your fears. Let's actually put it that way. Because of your fears around this, you are going deeper and deeper in this rabbit hole of not being available. And when you do that, if you have any kind of limiting beliefs, any kind of fears around men, dating, love, you're being deserving of love. Right? Hi, Nancy. You then have created this stack of evidence against your limiting beliefs, and you're like, there you go, here I have another file that I'm going to put in my file cabinet of how much dating sucks, how much finding love sucks, how much men are not serious, how much men only want, one thing and one thing only. and so on and so forth. And before you know, this one thought, I call it horizontal thinking, this one thought has turned into a chain of 1,000 thoughts. Hi, Tamara. Good to see you. It's been a while. Do you see how you get yourself in this trap? Now, this is true for everything in your life. This is not just your love life. If you really are honest about the way that you're showing up in your life, when you come on from a place of fear and limitation, you attract more fear and more limitation. Because fear is a vibration, because it's an emotion, and emotions are a vibration. And we attract the same vibration that we're putting out there. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Put a yes or a thumbs up. Don't do the like thing, because I don't know I don't see it on the side when I'm doing, but just type it yes, or do an emoji thumbs up, so I know that you guys are getting what I'm putting down. All right, awesome, great. So, oh, hi, Malcolm. So, okay, great, Jill, awesome. Yeah, keep going, so I know that what I'm putting out there, you guys are picking up, and that's really important for me, because I want to be in service. So it's hi, Cassandra. It's super duper important that when you are going, so you would say, well, Raeeka, but if I am a smart woman, and if I've done, awesome, Tamara, awesome. So if I'm a smart woman, and if I have made a mistake before, let's say 4 times, hi, Zhenya, oh, awesome, fantastic. So I'm glad that you guys are picking this up. So if you guys say to me, well, if I'm a smart woman, and awesome, thank you, Hardcore Fit Nadia. Hardcore Fit Nadia. I'm guessing that that's your name, Nadia. But it's nice to meet you here. So if you guys are, sorry, I was like communicating and I forgot what I was saying. It's going to come back. Oh, so you might say, well, Raeeka, but here's the thing. If I'm a smart woman, and if I've made a mistake once, right, like at the beginning, what did I say? You did me wrong, shame on you. You do me wrong twice, shame on me for not knowing. Like, if that's the mindset, and if I should be smart enough to make the same mistakes, then I don't understand what you're saying, Raeeka, because I should be protective of myself until the guy proves himself, and then I become vulnerable and show him that I'm available. No, I'm looking into your eyes in each one of these platforms that I'm talking in. No, if you do that, you are completely ruining your first impressions with a guy who is just as vulnerable as you might be. Women so often think that men have no emotions, and men don't feel sad, or men don't feel hurt, or men don't get upset about heartbreak. So often we forget how mean we have been when we were younger to men, when we were in grade school or middle school, and how those things have actually stayed with men. Now, is it your responsibility to fix it? 100% no. Every single one of us, and I've said this over and over in my Facebook Lives, in my weekly emails that I send out, in every lesson that I'm teaching to you ladies, I always say that it is 100% our responsibility, right, to be, it is 100% our it is 100%, sorry, on us to take personal responsibility around our love life. So just like you need to remedy the hurt of the past and heal it, really heal it, so that when you are going on dates, there is no flashback from the past, and you can come in with this sense of confidence, dating with confidence, which is the name of my business, with this sense of confidence that comes from really an internal, hi Margaret, so good to see you, honey. That you know, the sense of internal confidence that comes from inside, that is this kind of deep-rooted knowing that I know what to do when I go on a date without being afraid of men hurting me. You want to also be wise enough to ask the type of questions in a playful, curious, non-judgmental, non-boxing gloves-y way, non-protective way, to allow the man to also show his true colors. And that's the art of dating, right? That's where it's up to you to realize that, okay, I have never taken a course in dating, so I better learn how to date and stop thinking that I know how to date, because there was no course that I've taken, you know, in school. Nowhere in our education system we have learned how to find love. Nowhere. That's why people like me go and create courses from scratch, because your love life is one of the most important decisions that you are making in your life. And I'll tell you why. Your love life, unlike your career, does share your bank account with you for many people, does share a child or children with you, does share your home with you, does share your family with you, does share your the little, you know, your friends, and anything that's so personal with you when you live with a guy under the same roof. And the other part of it is that your love life is the only area of your life that requires you to be 100% vulnerable. If you want to have a healthy, open, vulnerable, intimate relationship with your life partner or husband or boyfriend, however, whatever is your goal in your life. Does this make sense? Let me know. Just type yes so I know this makes sense, or put like a thumbs up so I know. Type in a thumbs up or a yes so I know you guys are picking up. And if you have any questions, go ahead and type your question so I can answer it. So a lot of times we go around, awesome, thank you guys, thank you for letting me know. A lot of times what happens, right on Jill, right on Margaret, right on Jenya, a lot of times the way we go about our love life, and this is totally to those women in the dating tips group, thank you Cassandra, that say that they have been hurt in the past and they're still, you know, it still hurts. If you are still hurting, it is 100% your responsibility to heal that part of your heart, so that when you go out there and you are dating with an open heart, with an open mind. Does that make sense? Because if you take any of your past hurts with you and wait for the guy to prove to you that he is trustworthy, you're never going to find the right guy. Because just like you, he's going to see you closed off. He's going to run the other direction, especially if he is a quality guy. Especially if he's a quality guy. Especially if he has done work on himself. He doesn't want to deal with your baggage, and he shouldn't. It is your job to deal with your baggage, and we all have it. especially those of you who are in your 30s, 40s, 50s and up, dating or finding love again, most of us have had breakups, most of us have been divorced, most of us have kids and are single mothers, right? So we have had hurt. Some of us may have not even been in a relationship. I have clients who well into their 40s have never been in a relationship because of what happened to them in their childhood, or because of things that they learned from their friends who are not love coaches, who screwed up with their love life with bad advice. Does that make sense? So it is so important that you take the responsibility and heal yourself before going out there. Those of you who are in my Irresistible Woman course and are here right now, many of you are here, you know what I'm talking about. We had this experience last week. You know what? Let me put my charger in. Give me 1 second. We had a woman in one of our groups. Sorry, dating tips people. You know, I'm moving here, but I need to make sure that it was charged. And this, sorry. Okay, that's okay. Okay, I'm just going to hold it. This woman, this beautiful client that I have in my Irresistible Woman course, which is a complete comprehensive course that teaches you from A to Z of dating, from healing all the way to the, you know, do's and don'ts of dating. How could you find your non-negotiables? How to come up with them? How to communicate with them? How to text them? How to get them to ask you out? How to throw them softballs? How to flirt? How to write your online dating course? What photos you have to use? Extra. Guys, can everybody hear me? Can you give me a yes or thumbs up? Okay, so I know that you can hear me. I just want to make sure I didn't mess anything up. At any rate, one of the girls has met a very, very quality guy. She's not sure if she's attracted to him, but she wants, okay, great, thank you, Cassandra. She's not sure if he is the right guy because she's not sure if she is attracted to him, but she is giving, thank you, Nadia. She's giving him a chance, right? And I always tell my clients, it's a good thing that you guys don't have instant chemistry. Instant chemistry is nothing but BS. You want to get to know a guy and you want to build up to a point where you're like, I don't need this man. And you want to build on the important qualities. That doesn't mean I'm saying, no, don't be attracted to the guy. Hi, Tammy. Nice that you're back. I'm so happy that you're here. You want to be attracted to the guy, but you also want to give him a chance. Now, that's a whole concept for another Facebook Live that I can do if you guys are interested in it. But anyway, this guy is really, really high end when it comes to his communication skills. I mean, like high end. I'm really impressed with him. And my client wants to give him a chance and see where this is going to go. Well, lo and behold, they had a date and he didn't show up. I'm curious, what would most of you do if you actually go on a date, wait for 40 minutes, and a guy doesn't show up? What would you do or think or say about the guy? Go ahead and type in, I'm really curious, what would you do? Type. I'm really curious, what would you say about the guy? What would you do then? Or what would you think? Do, say, think. Most women, and I'm really curious, what are you guys are going to think, right? You who are listening to me live. So go ahead and tick-a-tick-a-tack-tack, because I want to hear your ideas. Because, okay, Jill says, I would probably delete his number. Okay, what else? What else would you do? Most women who are not learning about their love life, would do exactly what Jill did. Probably deleting the number or washing him up. Shannon says, I would think that he was hurt and wanted to hurt him back. Right? So Shannon would retaliate. Jill would say, I'm done. Tammy would say, I would check and see if he's okay, but I would enjoy the night out. Nice job, Tammy. Nice job. We can even take that one notch further. Okay, Tammy so far has the winning answer. All right. That's fine, Shannon. That's okay. Margaret to say, I would text him to see if he's okay by texting him and check on him and wait for him to respond. Margaret, thumbs up. Irresistible lady. I love it. Awesome. Margaret is in my course. So here is the thing. Most women would say, now, again, this is not all women. Most women, right, would say, he stood me up. That is impolite, which it is. Which I totally agree with you. It's impolite. It's not classy. It's rude. It's unthoughtful. It's selfish, right? You name it. Well, guess what? Because my lady, with my girl, Jania says, I would get upset, judge, be disappointed, most likely should wait and hear the reason first prior to judging. Excellent, Jania. Yes, you're right. You would do all those things, but you know better. Tamara says, I would have a drink and wait to see if he responds. Great. So here's the thing. My client never heard back from him until about a week or so later. I know, of course, Jill. I know you better. Jill is also in my Irresistible Woman course. You said exactly what you would do before you took the course. I know that. Mwah. So here's the thing, ladies. This guy never called back for, I think, for a week. I don't know, Jill, Margaret, do you guys remember? Did you guys read I can't remember. I think it was a week that he didn't write back. And my client, being the irresistible woman that she is, and because she's been with me for about 9 months now, or 10 months now, she knows better. So she said, you know what? I just texted him. I said, you know, I didn't meet you. I'm sorry. I'm going to go and do something else. Hey, Julia, I know it's your birthday. Happy birthday. So she just wrote that, and she went out with her friends, and she had a good time. The guy wrote back to her, and she actually said, I hope you're well. It's not like you to not respond. A week or 5 days later, he wrote back. He had a bad accident, and he had a concussion. And he said, I am so sorry. I can't imagine how you felt being in that restaurant, and I stood you up. I guess I wouldn't want to be in your place. I could totally, I mean, he wrote this beautiful crafted text. It wasn't long, but it was so heartfelt. And he said, I would love to make it up to you, only if you would give me a second chance. You see what I mean by healing? That's the level in which you need to get to. And it's so much easier said than done. I know, because I've been there. I had 11 men who cheated on me before I met the love of my life, Tim. And it wasn't until I realized that it is my responsibility in order to stop dating or accepting guys that are cheaters into my life. I need to be the woman who really trusts herself, knows that she will pick the right guy, that I have confidence, not in a sense of self-esteem that most of us educated women have, because we rock at our work, because we have degrees and we're educated and we, are hashtag boss ladies. No, that's self-esteem. I'm talking about self-confidence. The part of you that would never tell you that all guys are AHs or jerks or bad or into sex and sex only. Good night, Babu. I hope everything is safe there. You know, she's in Paris. So, you know, it's so important for you ladies to understand that if you want to stop repeating your past dating mistakes, the first thing you need to do is stop pointing finger, learn how to heal, and then move forward. Thank you. Au revoir. Right? You really need to understand that without the healing of the past, you will keep connecting to the story that bothered you over and over and over and over again. You will not be able to create a new story. And in order to create a new story, you must have a fresh look. You cannot make all men wrong. There are plenty of men out there. There are plenty of men. I was just talking to my life partner's brother who has a teenage son, and he's just starting to date. He's in high school. And he was telling me that he really liked this girl in school, and the girl kind of like made him think, like he was like, she was flirting with him, and she was like, I want to go, to the prom dance or something with you, but then he totally dumped her. And my nephew was saying that, I don't think I want to date, or I don't want to do this again. And his father, which is Tim's brother, was saying to him, well, you now know better. Instead of saying, yeah, you should be careful, no. Now you know that. Now you know how this feels, so don't do that. But do you see how men also have their set of insecurities? So if you can start by humanizing them and stop bashing them and start understanding that there are plenty of good-looking, attractive, quality men who are just as vulnerable, who are just as scared, who are just as cautious, who have just had a bad past, who have just had a divorce, who have just lost their kids as well, who have been cheated on, who have been ghosted. Be honest. We also do that to men. So if you can humanize them and understand that on the other side of the table, on the other side of this text, or on the other side of the phone, or this online dating app that we're chatting on, there is a person whose heart matters. Even if he's not a match, even if he's not the type of guy that you want to marry, and you treat them with respect and with grace and with I think the word is severance, no, not severance, reverence, reverence, with deep reverence. If we treat the humans around us, men or women, with reverence, your healing process happens so much faster. Of course, there's a lot more to this. Those of you who are interested, please send me a private message. Reach out if you want to be part of the Irresistible One, if you want to be part of this schooling and learn how to do it. I would love to talk to you about how my program can help you. Join the 24, 5, 6 women that are in the group who are thriving, for which are now in a full-fledged relationship. One of them is thinking of marriage. I got another text the other day from a client who said, oh my God, I'm surprised that I'm getting married and I'm moving to England, right? So you too can have that. But whether it's with me or somebody else, this is not for you to limit. I'm not pitching you to come and work with me. If this resonates with you, you want to talk to me, by all means, private message me and I'll talk to you. Or if you're in the Facebook group, comment and I will, reach out to you and we can make an appointment to talk to each other. But really, ask yourself, do I want to be here next year? Do I want to be listening to this stuff next year? If I am constantly doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and I am not yielding results, shouldn't I be getting help? Shouldn't this be the last year that I am stuck in singlehood because I can't see where my blind spot is. All right? At any rate, I wish you a fantastic Tuesday. Comment before you leave and let me know what is your takeaway from this lesson today. It's so important that you do that because when you write your takeaway, what you have learned, it's going to gel and it's going to stay with you. Okay? It really will stay with you. So please go ahead and comment your takeaway. What did you learn and how are you going to be, how are you going to act, how are you going to show up around your dating process, your love life, based on what you learned from this lesson today. Those of you who are listening to this because I sent you an email, email me back. I read every single comment, I read every single post, I read every single email back. I want to be in touch with you. It is important that I'm in touch with you because the more you talk to me, the more I can help you. Look at the topic today. The topic today came because about 20-something women in the group wrote that this was their issue. Oh, you are so welcome, Nadia. All right, so I will see you guys next Tuesday, same time, same place, on Facebook, Instagram, in the dating tip group, or the Facebook page group, business page, Dating with Confidence page. And I really would love for you to tell me what your takeaway from this lesson is. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you guys soon. For those of you in the dating tip group, I'm going to come in again and give you a little bit extra this week. Those of you who are not in the dating tip group, join the group. Dating Tips for Savvy Single Ladies. It's on Facebook. All right? Talk to you guys soon. Bye.